And welcome to another episode of Digging History and Honoring the Sacrifice. I am your host, James McCormick, and I am doing our intro from probably my most favorite place is out here in the woods where we're getting ready to get busy and get to digging. As you can see, it is October, and we still have a lot of leaves, a lot of underbrush. It's a relatively warm day today. And Bravo's here for this big intro. Big guy Bravo sniffing around. You can see I've got my nice shovel out there. That is a root slayer. I love that shovel. So that's not a pitch for the company, but it is just telling you that it is a great shovel. And then of course my Nocta Micro Legend. And I've got a new set of headphones here, which actually has been really nice. So what's going to be the focus of this? The focus is getting out and getting prepped for the fall. And then also you notice I've got orange on because it is hunting season. And while it is Sunday, there are some places where they have Sunday hunting. And so you just got to be visible, you know. And then of course Bravo's got his vest on. And and it's got a reflective thing on it as well as his collar. So we're ready. You know, we're out here wanting to get ready to get busy. So the majority of this episode is just going to be about following along in a standard digging day. Now, because there's so much foliage out here and roughage on the ground, I'm still wearing my boots. I'm still wearing my bug spray. I'm wearing my orange, and I also took my Claritin, you know, my allergy pill before coming down here, because I can tell you it is still a little bit thick. You know, you can feel it. The leaves down here have not really started to change color yet, but we still have a lot of underbrush. And of course Bravo's back there doing his thing that he likes to do, found his stick, so he's getting ready as well. So we've got water, we've got everything that's ready. I've let my wife know exactly where I'm going to be at. And I've got a device on my phone where, you know, she can see where I'm at. You know, it's kind of like I hate to use the word tracking device, but it is. It's like a 360. I can't remember the name of it. So some of you probably will know what that is the minute I say that. And I do that so in case something happens out here, she knows where my last known location's at, or she at least knows where my phone and my watch is going to be, because they're tied in together. So there's a lot of safety factors that go into even coming out on a short dig. We don't plan on being out here longer than 3 hours today, just because we're going to go to a movie later with the family. But a lot of stuff going on out here. There were a lot of encampments, Civil War encampments. There's this big silver shipment that was supposedly lost down here. I've hunted this for several years. I've not found anything, but there's been some bulldozer activity out here, which is good. They're clearing out some trails. So we'll hit some of those areas and see if we find anything. I love being in the studio. Believe me, I do. I love being in the studio, but sometimes I just love being out here, because this is where it's all about. This is where the rubber meets the road. This is the action point of digging history, and this is what you watch for. This is what you kind of follow me for. You know, it's like everything that we do is about digging and about history and about finding things. So this is a great area in Mason County, West Virginia. It's close to my home, so it works out really nice. And this makes for a good introduction. An introduction to this month's episode of Digging History and Honoring the Sacrifice. And good news, I've been talking to a few other folks, so we're going to get some other people out here. I think in a couple of weeks we'll be out with a family from Pennsylvania. They've never found a Civil War bullet in their life. You know, coming with me, you're going to find some Civil War bullets. And if not, it's because you're just not trying. And but I'm going to put them on some areas where I know where hundreds of these things are buried at. And I don't dig them all up. I think that it's ridiculous to try to go out there and dig every single thing up, because, you know, what are you leaving for the future generations? Nothing. And so I get out and I find stuff, and I mark it, and I mark the location, and I know where other stuff's at, and I know what that signal is. So when I hit that signal again, I'm like, no, I'm going to leave this one for somebody's kid or somebody that comes with me later. It's not setting it up for them. I identify the area. It's just like when I was in the military, mapping a location before you go out, so you know where the heck everything is at. And I know where everything is at, or most everything. Now in here, this has been kind of a mystery. So, you know, we talk about some of these curses around here. So evidently there's a lot of big ghost stories out here. It's coming up on Halloween, so, you know, this is a great time. You know, that silver shipment, 2 guys were murdered. That's a true story. That really did happen. They did find their bodies, but they never found, you know, the bushel basket of silver that they supposedly had. So who knows? There were river pirates. You know, we talk about river pirates before. They cruised up and down the rivers. You know, we're not talking about like Blackbeard. We're talking about thugs, murderers, criminals, just like they have now, that cruise the streets sometimes. And, you know, they rob, they kill, they pillage, and they steal. And you know, some of their stuff they hid out around here. So we're going to be looking for some of that as well as Civil War activity. And then, of course, the turn of the century industrial growth down here with salt mining and coal mining that went out here. So anyways, keep watching on Digging History. We look forward to showing you some cool stuff today. So keep watching on Digging History, and we'll be right back.